Hello there, this story is trending now. If you are new to the channel and want to learn and become smart, make sure to like and subscribe to this video. Also press the bell icon to get notified about everything we post. This wife was waiting for her husband from work, but she was shocked with an unexpected guest. Vera and Pavel had met each other 5 years ago and were deeply in love during their study years. They soon got married to each other, but their financial status was not good enough and Pavel was struggling to find a good job. But Vera believed in him and did not leave his side. She was there for him and supported him throughout the process, and finally, he got a good job as an engineer in a very good company. With time, their financial status got better, and they soon got enough money to be able to afford a good apartment. Soon, they managed to live a great life, and money started pouring into the house. Everything started to change for the better. But one thing was different. It was that Pavel got so involved in his work. He would tell Vera that he had a lot of work in his office, so he would always come late and then go directly to sleep. He was very busy, and Vera used to feel very lonely and alone at home. She used to look into the empty walls and wonder what her husband was doing at that moment while she was waiting for him at home. Her longing for her husband increased, and one day she wanted some time to make him sit and talk to him, as he would always just eat and go directly to sleep. Then one day, she prepared a romantic dinner for him and decorated the table with yummy food. She then got up and got herself prepared too and looked beautiful and very gorgeous herself. When Pavel came home, he looked into the beautiful decorations his wife had done and that she looked so beautiful he had already eaten, but sat with her to eat for a while. She told him that she missed him and loved him, but he did not have time to her. To which he replied that all of the responsibilities of his office now rested upon his shoulders and he didn't have much time because he was always working. He also told her that she needed to compromise and understand her situation as she was his wife and that is what she would do. Then he excused himself and went to bed again to sleep. Vera had patience for a while, but everything was now happening for months now. For months he would come late or at times even come home 2 days later. Vera was starting to get very suspicious and started doubting her husband a bit and wanted to do an investigation. She thought to herself that Pavel was still very young, handsome, and he had a good job that paid handsomely, and every woman around him would want to attract him and steal him from her. She felt as if Pavel was lying to her about being busy in his office and work, so she wanted to clear her doubt. Later that morning, Pavel remembered that it was the day of his mother's appointment and he had totally forgotten about it, but he asked Vera to take his mother to the doctor because he did not have enough time and was already late to his work. Vera loved her mother-in-law and also thought of it as an opportunity to talk to her about all the things that had been eating her and clear her mind or take any sort of advice from Alina. So Vera and Alina both went to the doctor and later sat together, when suddenly Alina asked Vera why she wasn't wearing the earrings that Pavel had bought for her. This shocked Vera a lot, and her suspicions got solid that her husband was cheating on her because Pavel did not bring her any sort of earrings. So Vera told Alina that she was not given any earrings by Pavel and that maybe he was lying and cheating on her. Then she told her everything that had been happening, to which Alina got very surprised and could not believe it. But she told Vera that since she had no proof against him yet, it was not okay to doubt him. But if her son was really cheating on her, she would never support him and punish him strictly for what he was doing. Somehow, Pavel got to know that Vera was told about the earrings, and to remove her doubts, he bought the same kind of earrings and went home that day. He told her that he bought these earrings for her a while ago, but due to his busy schedule, he had completely forgotten to give it to her. It made her very happy. He kissed her and hugged and told her that he missed her and was longing for her. Vera became very happy and forgot about everything. She started crying and apologized to Pavel that she had doubted him and promised to never doubt him again. Things were going good for a few days again, but eventually the same cycle started again. Pavel would return at midnight again and Vera was left alone to look at the walls. One day, a friend of Vera's who lived near a flower shop called her and told her that her husband has been coming to the flower shop and jewelry shop every day, and once again, her suspicions grew strong. She was now confirmed that her husband was cheating on her, and then one day, a blonde beautiful woman named Natasha came to her house. When she opened the door and let her in, Natasha told her shocking news. She told her that Pavel has been cheating on both of them for a long time now. She worked with him in his office and had no idea that he was married until recently, and then she directly came to Vera when she got to know. She told her that her husband told Natasha that he was single. He betrayed her, played with her feelings, and made her believe that soon he was going to propose to her and marry her, but that did not happen. So someone told her that Pavel in fact was married, and that shocked her a lot, but she investigated and went through his details, and to her surprise, he really was married. That was when she rushed here to Vera's house and wanted to tell her everything. In between all this, Natasha and Vera both started crying because they felt betrayed, and Natasha constantly was apologizing to her that she did not know that he was married. If she had the slightest idea, she would have never dated him or even looked at him. Both decided to confront him on the matter, and they went and sat in the kitchen. They were constantly plotting schemes as to how to confront him, when suddenly Vera told him about Pavel going to jewelry shop and flower shops often. That was yet another surprise and shock for both of them, because Natasha told her that she had never received any jewelry or flowers from Pavel, let alone on a daily basis. This led to the conclusion that Pavel may be involved with another woman too, or many others too. Both were very angry, and then Pavel came home and Natasha hid somewhere for a while. He came to the kitchen and hugged Vera when Natasha revealed herself from where she was hiding. With evident shock on his face, Pavel couldn't believe himself and did not know what to do. He stood there with his mouth open when Natasha confronted him about what he had done to the both women, and it is highly likely he is involved somewhere else too. Natasha then left in anger, and Pavel started apologizing to Vera, saying that he would be faithful and loyal to her in the future, but she did not listen to him. She called his mother and told her everything, and his mother, in a furious mood, told Pavel that he would never come to her apartment again or ever see or talk to her again because of his unfaithfulness to the woman who stood beside him when he had nothing. Later, it was revealed that the third woman he was dating and betraying was Anastasia, who was the daughter of a very influential man. All the jewels and flowers were for her, and she found out about his betrayal and confronted him. She punished him very badly with a huge lawsuit, leaving him in debt and jobless. Vera filed for divorce, and since they had no children, she was freed from that lying man in 2 weeks. Pavel had nowhere to go, no one to rely on because of what he had done. Natasha and Vera had become very good friends, and Vera was very thankful to Natasha for revealing everything to her about her husband and helping her out throughout the process, and so they became great friends. Anastasia also contacted Vera and went to meet her at her house and told her that she wanted to apologize and help her in any circumstances. She took her CV, saying that she wants to help her in her office and that her company would contact her very soon. Vera had now a great job, with a good salary and a good place to live in. She was in no rush to get involved with anyone again. Her mother-in-law, whom she met very often, had supported her throughout, and they shared a very special bond together. She was grateful that Elena had been on her side instead of her son when the truth was out. She loved her dearly for her strength and struggle when it came to what was right and what was wrong. Later on, Vera found a young gentleman who was true to her, but she did all her investigations before she could fall for him. He seemed and proved that he was in fact a great man, and they got together. Vera forgot about Pavel and all her sufferings. As for Pavel, no one ever saw him again in that city. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like it and share it with your friends. Also tell us in the comment section below about the story and whether you liked it or not.